Hello everyone and welcome to the DPB podcast. I'm your host Ryan Mondis with DisneyPinsBlog.com, the latest news on Disney pin trading and collecting from around the world. This is episode number 182 for the week of January 13th, 2020.
Welcome to the Disney Pins Blog Podcast.
Welcome back to the podcast, everyone. It has been over a month since I had an episode go up. I do apologize. It was a little busy there with the holidays and traveling, ended up getting sick. But I think the last one was in November timeframe. But we are back, our first episode of 2020, and there has been a ton of pin news the past month. December, we got hit hard at Disney parks, Shop Disney, BoxLunch, Mondo, just all around the world. There was so many pin releases. We got them all covered at DisneyPinsBlog.com, so you guys can, of course, find them there. If you just hit up the blog tab, everything is there. And if you want to break down by place they were released at or by month, you can head over to the pin categories tab. They are all broken out there from around the world. So just lots of pin news. The podcast today will be a little bit on the lighter side, just trying to cover some of the high-level things. And then probably next week's episode, we'll get back into our weekly routine with the pin releases from that week. So let's just get right into it here, episode 182. First, we're going to start with housekeeping. I do have one thing. Our first giveaway for 2020 is now live, or it will be live this week. I'm giving away one of the Cinderella Castle iridescent pins. It was from the gifting pin collection that released at the end of 2019. I love this pin. I have it in my personal collection. I did pick up an extra one to give away. So that'll be our first giveaway here in 2020. Just head over to DisneyPinsBlog.com, click on the giveaways tab, and you can enter there. Daily entries, it'll be going on all week. So that's it for housekeeping. Now let's head into the pin news. First, we're going to start off with Shop Disney. One pin I do want to mention. It's the first one for the new Minnie Mouse, the Main Attraction pin series. This one isn't part of the monthly release. This was just a one-off, I believe a one-off, or it might be part of a series. But it's exclusive to Disney Visa card members. And it's a jumbo pin, a unique take on Minnie Mouse there. She's looking pretty fancy. It's themed to Main Street, USA. Limited edition of 1,000. And the retail price is $70. That was released on Saturday, January 11th, 2020. Comes in a nice collectible box as well. But you do have to purchase with your Disney Visa card, your Disney Rewards card. Next, heading over to BoxLunch. Again, tons of pin releases in the past month or so at BoxLunch. Two popular ones I want to mention that recently popped up. The first one features Chip from Beauty and the Beast, and it reads, "Spill the Tea." That was a pretty cool one there. Retail price is $8.90. And the next one features Winnie the Pooh. He is sitting in an umbrella. That was another popular one. Same retail price, $8.90. Both created by Loungefly, distributed at BoxLunch. Next, we have new pin releases from ArtLand. You probably saw them. I did have a YouTube video go up over the weekend, and a few blog posts go up with all of the new releases. But there is a new LE250 Winnie the Pooh pin, and a brand new LE100 pin series. The first one featuring Mickey and Minnie. Then there's a set of LE200 pins that came out: Snow White, Pascal, Marie, Alice in Wonderland, and then 4 LE500 pins featuring Mickey Mouse, Cheshire Cat, and Wally. All those are up on the website if you want to take a closer look. And they're also available while supplies last at dpbstore.com. Next, there were a ton of pin releases at Mondo as well. I think I have to catch up on a few of the blog posts from Mondo. The latest one I did were Toy Story 4. They had additional ones that released. These feature an alien, Bo Peep, Jessie, Mr. Potato Head, and Rex. All of those have a retail price of $10. And then there are a few other ones that came out. I think Sword in the Stone, I still got to do that blog post, and DuckTales. So keep an eye out for those. but you can also find them at mondotees.com. And now let's head into Disney parks. There's a brand new pin series for cast members in 2020. This one's called Music to My Ears, and the first pin released. It features The Lion King. This one released in the first week of January. It's a limited edition of 800. Retail price is $17.99. It has the Circle of Life music notes on the front, and it's a hinge pin. You open it up on the inside, and you see Simba, Pumbaa, and Timon walking there with the moon in the background. That was a pretty popular pin release. I think this one's only available at Walt Disney World cast member stores right now, but I did confirm with Disney it's going to be a split coast release. So cast members at Disneyland should be able to find this at team centers. I also did a blog post of a preview of all of the 2020 pin collections for cast members. You can find the movie anniversary ones there. You look at those, as well as the monthly lanyard releases. Next, there was an exclusive Anaheim Ducks Day pin. This one released at Disney California Adventure Park this past week. Limited edition of 1,000, retail price $17.99. And then heading back over to Walt Disney World, this past weekend was the big marathon weekend, and they had a ton of pin releases at the Expo, the Run Disney Expo at ESPN Wide World of Sports. You can see a photo of all of those at Disney Pin's blog. Tons and tons of pin releases for the 5K, 10K, half marathon, and marathon, as well as the challenges. And now for the new pin releases this week at Disney Parks. We do have a few. Last week was pretty light, but this week we do have more. First, we'll start off with Disneyland. We have four more Star Wars Galaxy's Edge pins. The first one for Droid Depot features GNK, that's limited edition of 1500. The next one for the First Order features a TIE Fighter, again LE 1500. And then the next pin of the month for Resistance features Finn, LE 1500 on that one. And then there is actually a Resist Jumbo pin featuring like a helmet. That one's limited edition of 500. I think the retail price on that one will probably be around $50. And then exclusive to Disneyland is a new quarterly series called Lamplight Lounge. And the first pin features Edna Mode from The Incredibles. That's a limited edition of 2,000, retail price $17.99. And all those released this Thursday, January 16th. And now let's head into the Walt Disney World exclusives. First we have Walt Disney's Carousel of Progress 45th Anniversary pin. I love that one. I got to get that one for my personal collection. That's a limited edition of 2,000. And then we have two Space Mountain pins celebrating the 45th anniversary. First one has Mickey Mouse on it, and then the other one is a pass holder exclusive with Mickey and Minnie. Both of those are limited edition of 1,500, retail price $17.99. And those ones are actually released on Wednesday, January 15th. At Walt Disney World. And then on Thursday at Walt Disney World, we have four Star Wars Galaxy's Edge pin releases. These are the monthly ones, and then that jumbo, just like Disneyland. The First Order one features an AT-ST, LE 1500. The Droid Depot pin features DJ Rex. I love that pin. LE 1500 on that one. And then the Rise of the Resistance pin features Han Solo, LE 1500 as well. And then finally, Walt Disney World gets a jumbo as well. And this Star Wars Galaxy's Edge jumbo pin is limited edition of 500 as well. Also at Walt Disney World, starting on Saturday, are the Epcot International Festival of the Arts pin releases. I'll have a separate blog post going up on those. They won't be included in the weekly pin post on the website. So keep an eye out for those coming soon. And then we're going to end it off with the shared pin releases at Disney Park, so both coasts here. The first one is the first trading card pin. This is a monthly collection at Disney Parks, and it features Stitch Surfing. That's a limited edition of 4,000. And then we have a Minnie Mouse Rock the Dots pin. These come out every year. She's sitting on a park bench with the castle in the background. That's a limited edition of 2,000. Both of those $17.99. Those release on Thursday as well. And then we have a release on Friday at Disney Parks featuring the Lunar New Year. First one has Mickey and Minnie on it with a dragon. That's a limited release pin. And then the second one is a paper lantern annual pass holder exclusive. Very, very nice pin with gold there and red. Has Mickey and a dragon as well, and it's limited release too. So this week we actually have 4 days of pin releases at Disney Parks, starting on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So lots of pin opportunities this week at Disney parks. All right, so that's going to do it for the pin news. Now let's head into Disney Pin Chat. And I figured for Pin Chat this week, we would just talk a little bit real quick about Pin Trading Night coming up here. It's finally been announced for the February 2020 Pin Trading Night. It's going to be held on February 20th, actually on both coasts, so Disneyland and Walt Disney World. I'll be attending the Walt Disney World one at Coronado Springs. The Disneyland one, I believe, is at the Tomorrowland area of Disneyland. If you're unaware of Pin Trading Night, because I did have some questions on it when we announced, basically it's a giant room of pin traders. You can attend. It's $15 in Florida, $20 in California. Bring your pins and you can trade with guests, and you can also pick up the new releases. So this one is themed to Cinderella 70th anniversary. There are exclusive pin releases, and then there are 2 event exclusive pins for Pin Trading Night. One featuring Sorcerer Mickey and the other one featuring Robin Hood. There's also a store inside the event where you can purchase additional Cinderella pins. There is an RSP as well, but you'll be able to get everything on your RSP because these are high edition sizes, and they're just basically released at the Pin Trading Night first, and then about a week later, they're released to the general public in the parks. This isn't like the huge annual pin event at Epcot every year, where you have to do the RSP because they're lower edition sizes. These are higher edition sizes, and you're going to get everything you pretty much put down on your RSP. But basically, just an opportunity to trade with guests. There's a few hundred people that attend. There's no cast member trading, but they do have that store there, and everyone also gets a treat, which is a Rice Krispie treat. So yeah, just a fun way to get together. They happen every quarter at Disney parks. And the Cinderella 70th anniversary pins at Disney parks look pretty nice. I know there's lots of Cinderella collectors out there. So yeah, pretty cool releases. If you're unable to make it to Pin Trading Night, you can find those releases, like I said, available in the parks after the event. So about a week later. Because I know the Disneyland one sold out really fast, within a couple hours. Walt Disney World, I think, is still available. I haven't checked. So yeah, if you're in Orlando around February 20th, I think you can still register. So yeah, all the details of Pin Trading Night is up on the website. If you just go to the Trending Now section on the homepage, you can click the blog post there and find out. Also, if you want to take a closer look at those Cinderella pins, that's a separate blog post. Also on the Trending Now section, you can find out all of the information there, including the edition sizes. So yeah, I think that's going to do it for episode number 182 of the DPB podcast. Thank you guys for listening and watching. Really appreciate it. And I'll be back again next week with a regularly scheduled podcast. All right, hope everyone has a great week. See ya.